Welcome to Dynamoto Europe. If you are looking for the premier storage solution for your motorcycle, you have come to the right place. Before making a purchase, however, you probably have a few questions. And in this video, I will answer all of them. And I will start with the question you might not have thought to ask, which is this. Even though our online store features a wide variety of motorcycles, we are able to cover all of these using just 3 stands. Let's start with the most obvious one, which is the double-sided stand for motorcycles with a traditional double-sided or twin-spar swing arm. Examples being the Yamaha MT-07, the Ducati Scrambler, the BMW S1000RR, or the most recent V2 and V4 versions of the Panigale Street Fighter and Multistrada by Ducati. All of these bikes have a traditional double-sided swing arm. Great question, and I will give you the answer in 2 words. Pickup bobbins. Or was that 3? It doesn't matter. Pickup bobbins, that's these little guys. If a manufacturer has added pre-tapped holes to the double-sided swing arm, you can quite easily add pickup bobbins to your motorcycle. This is important because our double-sided stand needs these hardpoints on the bike in order to interface with your motorcycle. Now we do that with these V-shaped adjustable outriggers that grab onto the pickup bobbins to create a secure connection, if you will. That is correct. As crazy as it might seem, some manufacturers in their infinite wisdom fail to add pre-tapped holes to the swing arms of their shiny new motorcycles. Thankfully there is hope, because we can rely on RNG racing solutions from the UK who pick up the slack by creating so-called bobbin kits for bikes without pre-tapped holes in the swing arm. Now, using such a bobbin kit, you can add the required hardpoints even when Yamaha, Honda or BMW said no pickup bobbins for you. Now, while we can add pickup bobbins to a lot of motorcycles that otherwise wouldn't have been compatible thanks to RNG, there are some exceptions, such as the Yamaha XJR 1300. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? Now, that is also why we feature all of the compatible models individually on our website. So by looking at our catalog, you can easily tell if your model is compatible and whether it needs an RNG bobbin kit or not. Now, these kits are also available to purchase and mentioned on the appropriate pages. Of course, if your bike has a double-sided swing arm with pre-tapped holes already in place, you can just get any type of generic pickup bobbin from either your dealer or from eBay. There is no need to get an RNG bobbin kit in that case. Now, this brings us to the other 2 options in the Dynamoto lineup. The single-sided Dynamoto stand, of which there are 2 versions, a right-hander and a left-hander. It's not immediately obvious by looking at a bike, but broadly speaking, there are 2 categories for motorcycles with single-sided swing arms. You have bikes with the swing arm on the left side and bikes with the swing arm on the right side. Most modern single-sided swing arm bikes have their swing arm on the left side. Take for instance the Ducati DFL, the outgoing Ducati Street Fighters and Panigales, not the new ones, but the older ones, and the new BMW R1300 and R1250. These are all bikes with a single-sided swing arm on the left side. The only difference between Ducati and BMW when it comes to the left-sided swing arm is in the diameter of the hollow rear axle. For BMW that is a 53.5mm diameter, and for Ducati it is 40.6, for which we have different pins. That is correct. If they have a single-sided swing arm on the left, the only thing you need to swap out is the sleeve, going from BMW to Ducati or vice versa. Now, our right-sided Dynamoto stand is for bikes with a single-sided swing arm on the, you guessed it, the right side of the bike. Now, only BMW at the moment offers bikes that fall into this category. Examples are the R9T, the new R12G/S, or the older R1200 GS that was manufactured up until 2013. After that model year, BMW switched to a single-sided swing arm on the left. Again, as with our double-sided Dynamoto stands, it is not necessary for you to think about which side of the bike the swing arm is on. All you have to do is select your model from the Dynamoto store and we will make sure you get the correct Dynamoto stand. However, it is important to understand that even though we feature all of these different motorcycles on the store, we have just 3 different stands. This means there's a good chance your Dynamoto stand will be compatible with either the next motorcycle you buy or with multiple bikes in your collection. Completely different bike, same Dynamoto stand. Now we want it to be easy, safe and fun to use. Now that starts when you take delivery of your stand because there is very little assembly required. The frame is one piece, for instance, and not only does this provide maximum rigidity, it also means you don't have to spend hours to figure out a frustrating construction kit. The only assembly you need to do is to add the wheels to the rear stand using these split pens. If you have a double-sided stand, you only need to install the outriggers in their position on the frame, but that's rather easy as well. After that, you can put your bike on a Dynamoto stand in a few simple steps. Now for the single-sided stand, you start by placing the safety handle in the rear position. This provides the leverage you need to lift the bike. And once the handle is in place and secured with the R-clip, you can insert the sleeve into the hollow rear axle of your motorcycle. Now the sleeve is machined to give a very precise fit, and this also means you have to line it up correctly. And once you do, the sleeve will easily slide home, after which you can press down on the handle to bring the bike upright and into position. Once the rear stand is installed, remove the safety handle from its rear position and bring it to the front. Now when placing the safety handle on the front position, make sure that the lower part of the handle slides into the specially machined cutout on the bottom of the frame. Now, that way the R-clip will fit correctly and you're sure that the handle is secure and able to prevent the bike from tipping over accidentally. After this, only the front stand remains. Just place it underneath the front wheel, grab onto the wheel and pull it forwards. And with some practice, it will ride onto the stand and secure itself easily. Only slightly. The main difference is that instead of the sleeve that slides into the hollow rear axle, this double-sided stand has outriggers that grab onto the pickup bobbins. Now, the first thing to check is whether your motorcycle has the pickup bobbins on the swing arm itself or through the rear axle. Now, this determines whether the outriggers should be in the high position or the low position. Now, you use the low position when your pickup bobbins are on the swing arm itself, and high for when the pickup bobbins are higher up through the rear axle. Now, once you've determined that and once it's correctly placed, you can adjust the width by sliding the outriggers to the desired position. And after that, it's time to place your motorcycle on the rear stand. Now you start by having the bike on the side stand and positioning yourself on the right side of the bike, that is opposite of the side stand. And your preferred method might differ slightly, but what works best is to position the left outrigger first. That's the one that's on the side stand side of the bike. And then you lift the bike while positioning the right outrigger under the pickup bobbin that's on the right side of the bike. Now, this will be easy to guide into place because you're positioned on the same side. Now, once the bike is sitting on the double-sided stand securely, the process is exactly the same as with the single-sided Dynamoto stands, and you're free to move your motorcycle in whatever way you see fit. I'm glad you asked, and the reason is quite simple. We wanted to design a no-compromise, high-quality, ultra-durable solution that brings a smile to your face every time you use it. It is more expensive than competing products, but it's also a lot better. Now, the most obvious detail to point out on that subject are the wheels. Cheaper alternatives use old-school swivel wheels, and we very consciously decided not to use those since they have no business being underneath a motorcycle, not even when it's stationary. Now, these, on the other hand, are patented omnidirectional wheels, and they are vastly superior to swivel wheels for a few important reasons. They're mounted on heavy-duty industrial bearings, they do not flex or move under load like swivel wheels do, and they're always ready to move in whatever direction you want, meaning you don't have to align or realign the wheels when you're changing direction. Now, all of these features are, in our mind, crucial when you're looking for the best way to maneuver motorcycles that are heavy, expensive, and cherished. So, ask yourself this: when it comes to storing your bike, do you want to go with the cheap option that will be annoying at best and dangerous at worst, or do you want to invest in something that will last you decades and will be a delight each time you use it? Yes, in fact, we are so confident in the quality of the Dynamoto stand that all stands are sold with a 10-year warranty. So don't hesitate to contact us if you ever have any issues with your stand. We will go to great lengths to fix any problem you might have. In addition, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if for whatever reason you don't like your stand, you can return it to us and you can get your money back, provided it's still in an undamaged and sellable state. Dynamoto Europe is located in the Netherlands. We ship to pretty much the entire European continent, and shipping inside the European Union is free. Excellent. Just select your bike from the Dynamoto store, choose whether you would like one in black or orange, and you're good to go. After that, we will consider you part of a growing family who have chosen to get not just any stand, but the best storage solution you can possibly get for your motorcycle. Now, one of the benefits being part of this family is this. Our commitment to your satisfaction as a customer does not stop once you press the purchase button. If there's any issues during the shipping process or questions when you receive your new stand, do not hesitate to contact us. We will make sure to help you to the best of our ability. All right, that's it. Of course, if you have more questions before you order a stand, send me an email at info@dynamoto.eu or use the chat function you see in the bottom of your screen. Right, thanks guys.